matter how technically brilliant we may be or how knowledgeable we are, if we can't engage our audience, we will not be effective in getting our message across. Find out more in today's show. Welcome back to Year 6 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Award-winning franchise owner, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Zaegyo is the translation of Japan Sales Mastery. And at the moment, Present no Tatsujin is the translation of Japan Presentations Mastery. My latest books are Stop Wasting Money on Training, and the Japanese translation is Training de Okane o Muru ni suru wa yamimashou, and Japan Leadership Mastery, which we will translate soon. We're bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We are here to win in business in Japan. Let's be on the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. Now, this is episode number 319, Nerd Presenter Errors. Sore dewa ikimashou. So let's get going. I'm sitting there with a crowd of people attending a presentation on blockchain technology. Some are very technical people active in the cryptocurrency area. Some run their own tech businesses. Our presenter has amazing experience in this area, having worked for some very big names in the industry. He also has his own company to promote, as well as himself as a leader in this field. He has some recommendations for us based on where he sees the industry moving over the next couple of years. The coverage of his subject was logical and easy to follow. It was clear he really knew what he was talking about. The slides, by the way, overall were excellent, very professionally done by a designer, and they reinforced the credibility of his company. Very clear for the most part, with not too much information on each slide and plenty of white space. Some fonts were a bit smallish, and if you're seated at a distance, probably rather impenetrable. Apart from that quibble though, they were well done. I was astounded though by the way he presented his material. I calculated that during the entire presentation, including both the Q&A as well as the main body of the talk, he had eye contact with his audience for about 1% of the time. Where was he looking? He dispersed his eye contact between looking at the floor and behind him at the monitor he was using to show the slides. In fact, it was almost like some extremely primitive tribe living in the remote highlands of Papua New Guinea, encountering a large, high-spec, large-form monitor, TV monitor, showing amazing scenes for the first time. They'd be amazed by what they're seeing, and their eyes would be glued to the screen. This describes our modern, urban, high-tech presenter to a T. He seemed hypnotized by the screen and just kept looking at it the whole time. Mercifully, he wasn't reading the content to us line by line like some other dim presenters I've had the misfortune to encounter. But he was transfixed, though, on the screen and just totally ignored his audience. Occasionally, he would break free from the siren call of the monitor and amble around the front of the room, wandering to and fro, staring at the carpet tiles. He did have good energy, was obviously expert in this area, and had some passion for his subject. Unfortunately, he preferred to speak in a monotone, where every single word gets exactly the same treatment. There's no vocal variety. I liked his gestures, although they tended to be held a bit low. It would have been better to get his hands up higher, around about shoulder height, so they'd be more visible. He didn't seem to be lacking in confidence. I spoke with him briefly before we started when I exchanged business cards. He didn't come across as some nerdy, painfully shy techie who wants to avoid contact with humankind as much as possible. What was going on here? Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting, or in a public environment. Be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience, everyone is evaluating us. Don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the high impact presentations course now in either Japanese or English. Speaking in public means our personal and professional brands are on show. Let's make it a total success. Japan Presentations Mastery is the Bible for presenting in Japan. This is the most comprehensive collection of experience and insight on presenting that you will ever need. Don't work it out by trial and error. Buy Japan Presentations Mastery and learn how to be confident, clear, and persuasive. Buy Japan Presentations Mastery now. Welcome back. I put this dismal display down to a lack of knowledge. He knows a lot about the tech, but knows close to zero about how to explain it to an audience. He didn't seem to understand that in order to convince your audience of your point of view, you need to engage them. Like a lot of technical people, he must have believed that just by putting the data and information up on the screen, the goodness and sanctity of the content would carry the day. He must have imagined that his personal part in the process was not relevant. Even during the Q&A, he completely ignored the source of the questions, the rows of people seated in front of him. He just continued to stare at the screen. By the way, the words up on the screen at that point were, "Thank you." So not a lot to look at. The basic rule of presenting is to use all the tools at your disposal. Eye contact with your audience is so powerful as a presenter. We wrap that up with our vocal variety, pauses, gestures, and body language. Hold the gaze of one individual in your audience for 6 seconds. Longer than that becomes too intrusive. Speak to one person on a point while holding their gaze. Then switch your gaze to another person. Don't do it in a predictable order because people will anticipate what you are doing and switch off because they know their turn is not coming yet. Rather, divide the room up into 6 sections. Front, left, middle, and right, and the same for the rear half of the room. Then, at random, move your gaze around, picking up people, making eye contact with them, and converting them to your point of view on the subject. Our presenter missed a big opportunity to persuade his audience to use his firm. He failed to sway us with his point of view because he underpowered the persuasion bit. The quality of your content may be the best on the planet, but that does not remove your role in explaining it. Back up what you are saying with knowledge of presenting as well, and unlike our speaker, become the total package. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcast, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, and every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday, we're releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses. And so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode 320, we are talking about client contact insights. So yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.